I was uncomfortable with myself. I was a size 20, like 98 kg. It was quite a lot. I didn't feel happy with myself, couldn't really do a lot. And for 21, it's not really a way to live, to be honest. And I knew I needed to do something about it. So I started the gym, was really clueless. Tried to do like everything in one session. Doing my legs, chest, everything. Probably wasn't doing any form correctly. Didn't know anything, was just really anxious. And it wasn't until I realised that I know I wanted to take it seriously, give it one last proper go. As I've always said, like, oh, I can't lose weight, I struggle to lose weight. And I realised it's not that I was struggling to lose weight, I wasn't putting myself into a position where I was actually trying.
Hi guys, welcome to our Wellness Walk podcast. Today I have brought Kat, one of our members, and funny enough, Kat's actually not my client.
No.
She's Kane's. So
today, maybe cheating a little bit.
I think it's actually better, to be fair. I think it's better because the fact that you're not my client, there's actually not a lot I know about you.
Yeah.
You know, so
less bias as well.
Yeah. It's like for this podcast, it's like it doesn't make it like staged or anything. It's like it just flows from me trying to get to know you more.
Yeah, legit.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so one of the first questions I'll ask you is basically, before coming to Envision Fitness, what was your life like and how was it different to the way it is now?
Well, when I first started, it was just, I recently went through a breakup, going back months now, and I was just knowing that I wanted to fix myself. You know, people say like, post-breakup, glow up, you know, all that like cheesy stuff. And I was uncomfortable with myself. I was a size 20, like 98 kg. It was quite a lot. I didn't feel happy with myself, couldn't really do a lot. And for 21, it's not really a way to live, to be honest. And I knew I needed to do something about it. So I started the gym, was really clueless. Tried to do like everything in one session. Doing my legs, chest, everything. Probably wasn't doing any form correctly. Didn't know anything, was just really anxious. And it wasn't until I realised that I know I wanted to take it seriously, give it one last proper go. As I've always said, like, oh, I can't lose weight, I struggle to lose weight. And I realised it's not that I was struggling to lose weight, I wasn't putting myself into a position where I was actually trying. So I went over to Kane. He said, it's funny you've actually come to me because we've got our own PT fitness company. Gave me a business card. I met up with him the next day. I was really overwhelmed. Was worried that it wasn't going to work, or, you know, am I being a bit over the top? Because a lot of people just say, oh, just go and you'll see results. But I didn't know what I was doing, so, you know. Spoke to Kane, and he basically reassured me that I'm investing in myself. You know, the money that I'm spending on the PT is what I'd probably spend on going out having drinks or going out for meals or ordering a takeaway, things that I didn't actually really need to do. Obviously, you can enjoy yourself, but it's to an extent, you know. I was doing it all the time.
You right, guys? It's so true. I think that they're the things that basically give you that short-time pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they are good in the moment, but the thing is, long term, they're not helping you, well, become healthy in every realm. You know, mentally, physically.
Not with the goals that you have in mind.
Yeah. You
know, I'm at the time I was overweight. I was struggling with my mental health, struggling with how I looked at myself, and I knew I wanted to do something about it. And realistically, you know, do I need to get a takeaway like every other day? Do I need to go and have drinks all the time? Do I need to go and do all these things? No. And it's the amount of money that I'd spend on that is like not even a quarter of what I'm spending now.
Yeah.
He's playing peekaboo.
Once goes past the bush.
I'm scared of a bit of trees.
Rearrange it. Pardon?
Scared of a bit of trees.
I think it's the sun.
Yeah, it probably is.
There we go.
Perfect.
Maybe to that side a bit. That'll do. Yeah,
Perfect.
carry on, sorry. So you're about takeaways and how they don't basically, well, satisfy the way you thought you did.
No,
You
it's a
know.
temporary fix. Most of the time I'd buy it and I'd be like, oh, this is so good, I've been really craving it. And then I'd get it, I probably wouldn't even eat most of it and I'd feel shit after. Which isn't worth it at all, really. But the money that I spend on my PT program is probably a fraction of the price of what I would monthly on takeaway and things, which is crazy to think, really.
That's one of the main things when people come to us and they go, how much is it? And we tell them, it's like, it's $24.99 a week if you pay weekly, but if you do monthly, you get 10% off, quarterly, 12% off. And it's like, well, I can't afford that. And it's like, well, the question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to afford that? You're right, guys. You know, it's like, well, if you don't get a takeaway every week, then you can. If you don't drink every weekend with the people that actually don't want the best for you, just want to use you for relevance.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the only way you can socialise is if you have alcohol or drugs. And it's just like, to get out of that cycle, you must then remove yourself from that life to then have a new addiction, which is something like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
A healthier addiction.
Yeah.
Should we walk down this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is like a new addiction. It's lifestyle change.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I took a picture of a banana today. So I had 3 bananas in like a plastic bag basically that it comes in, and one of the bananas had like a black bit at the end.
Yeah.
And when I looked at it, because obviously when you have a lifestyle plan when it comes to fitness, lifestyle, mindset, everything else, when you're disciplined every day, you start to look at life very differently and looking at things like that very differently. And it was like, I looked at these 3 bananas and I thought, it reminded me of like that one banana is basically going to infect the rest of them because of that, because it's off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, whenever you're trying to start a new journey, there's going to be people within your life that are going to try and drag you to their level because they don't want you to progress.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is just snap off and leave them there because they're not growing with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually took a picture of the bananas together and the bananas snapped up. I was going to do a post about it. I felt like it just, when you start to fix your own life and become healthier, happier, mentally, physically, and nutritionally, it's like you look at life such a different way.
Oh yeah, massive. And I feel like as well, a lot of it is like, for example, I go to gym 6 times a week now. Never in a million years thought I'd be able to do that. But the amount of people who go, oh, do you fancy going to Macca's? Do you fancy going for a drive doing this? Do you fancy doing this? And I'm like, oh no, I got the gym today. And I'm like, you're always at the gym? And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, I enjoy it, and it's like what I like to do. And I'm like, oh, well, you can have a day off. And I'm like, yeah, I could have a day off, but I could also have 5 days off. Or I could not go at all, but that's what I've chosen to do.
Yeah.
And all it takes is, oh, you can have a day off. Every week, every day, and then it'll go back to the old routine of what you've disciplined yourself into realising is actually helpful towards you.
Yeah. I've got family members, and I'm not joking, I'll be doing me, smashing it, same as you, 5 times a week in the gym, literally eating as clean as I can. I do have snacks now and again, you know, where I have like little treats.
Human,
yeah.
You know.
I'm not in it to be a bodybuilder. I'm in it to be healthy. And if I want to have a digestive biscuit, I can.
Yeah, of course you can.
You know, and I think that's why our programs are so effective, because the thing is, like, we don't push you. Like, we don't go, no, you can't have a day off, even if you're sick. You can't eat that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can.
Yeah,
if you need a day off to find yourself, to get your bearings back, because you're just physically, mentally drained, you know, because we take into account, especially for women, like menstrual cycles, menopause, you know, all these different things that are basically slowing you down, which you can't help because it's a chemical imbalance.
Of course you can't.
You know.
But also at the same time, you can enjoy your life. Like, for example, next week, I'm having a full week off, having some drinks, being in the sun, probably eating loads of snacks. But, like, I know that it's not going to be forever.
Yeah.
And it's a holiday, you know, you're enjoying yourself. You can enjoy yourself. It's just about knowing that it's not a habit and you can continue having them good habits as well.
Imagine how many clients would not dare say that to their coach.
Oh no, they'd probably lie about it.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so easy to lie about it. Like, sometimes at the start, I will say that I felt like I was going to lie about things, like vaping. I vape all the time. At the start, obviously, I was worried that they were going to be like, oh, like, you're doing all this stuff, but then you're not doing that. And it's like, you've got to take into account that people have bad habits. Yes, I'm willing to change it. Yes, I'm taking my time with it. But you've got to look back from where you was previously.
Yeah.
You know, I was smoking cigarettes. I was drinking loads of booze. I was having, takeaways all the time. And now the worst thing I do is have a vape. It's really minuscule compared to everything else I used to do.
And that's what most people don't understand. It's like, it's all a process and it takes time. And the thing is, as much as we want to put all the eggs in one basket, it's unrealistic and unsustainable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we don't push it onto our clients, because we understand that life's life, and most people and everybody finds different topics harder and takes longer to achieve because of their mindset on the specific, if it's either smoking, drinking, drugs, gambling, whatever it is. We work with you guys and go, it's okay, you can still do it, but let's just minimize it. What can we substitute it with?
You don't start overnight. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're not going to quit overnight. It takes time.
Yeah.
And you just find substitutes to take over. Whereas like now, obviously, I'm starting to go to the gym more. I'm starting to do a bit more cardio as well in my routines. It's like, oh, I'll be out of breath, or you'll be doing this. And it's like, that's because of the vaping. So now you want to substitute it for something else to make you improve on what you want to do.
What have you noticed within your journey of being with us in your program, like from when you started to now? What have you noticed change wise?
Definitely my relationship with food. I think at the start, I really struggled with, believe it or not, when I was actually overweight, I underate, which a lot of people don't talk about. Like, people look at people and they're like, oh, you're definitely eating something. Like, you don't get that size for that reason. And it's like, yeah, I did used to have takeaways all the time. But then it got to a point where I was not eating for 3-4 days. And then I'd eat something and it would be like, your body's not losing weight because you're not eating. It's holding on to it. And then the first time you have food again, you're just storing it. You're not doing anything.
Yeah. Talk about nutrition. It's like when people are in their journey within fitness, it's like, say they're trying to lose body fat, for example, and the scales go up and they're like, well, I've been training really hard. Why is the scale going up? And it's like, they feel dismotivated from it. And it's like, that's completely normal.
Yeah.
The scale's gone up for many different reasons. The thing is, the scales doesn't just calculate body fat. It's everything: pints of blood, skin, weight, in
even like
organs.
when we're menstruating, obviously we get inflamed.
Yeah.
That's a big aspect to it. There's also, you might have had more carbs at the weekend and it's stored as water weight. Like, there's tiny things like that.
Yeah.
Or even just that you've lost fat and you've built muscle.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. Like, your body has composited your fat to muscle. So yeah, maybe you haven't lost weight that week, but you've lost fat.
That's the thing as well. It's like people who are losing weight and actually lifting weights in the gym, they get disheartened because they're like, well, why have I put weight on it? It's like, because you're building muscle.
Yeah.
And for people who are not doing weights and just doing cardio to lose fat, the reason why you most likely put on weight, one of the main reasons, is because your body's going into survival mode, like you said, and it's holding on to the fat because it thinks that you're basically starving yourself, So, I've asked you about how you was before joining us to how you are now.
Yeah.
Nutrition. How are you finding your nutrition?
I think now I'm in a way better place with it. Like I said, I'd have maybe 800 calories, 700 calories a day if I were to. Probably even less, probably like a toddler amount. Whereas now, I'm not scared to eat because I know that I'm putting good stuff in my body.
Yeah.
Carbs is always deemed as like the devil. It's definitely not. It's your energy source at the end of the day. It's like your fuel to help you be able to do what you got to do in the gym. Your fat's obviously higher in calories, but it's not a bad thing. And obviously your protein repairs your muscle. So having the balance of them things and hitting your calorie goal is so important, because your body functions on its own with a basic amount of calories. And if you're not hitting the basic amount of calories, you're not going to get stronger, you're not going to get better. And then obviously if you go in the gym as well, that's extra calories you need to eat just to maintain, your body to work.
Yeah.
to have that fuel, to be able to have that energy to keep going and to lose weight.
I've noticed a lot of people don't understand about balanced macro goals
Yeah.
to their actual goal. And it's like, what they go for is, well, online it tells me to reach 1,500 calories because I'm a male, or 2,000 calories if I'm trying to build muscle, or whatever. You know, and it's like, the calories is actually the result of the macrograms. So
Yeah.
you could have 1,000 calories of protein.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, when you have the balance of proteins, fats, and carbs, then that then takes into a total of calories.
Yeah.
And then they go, right, this is the calories you want to reach, but within that macro range.
Yeah.
And it's trying to upskill people who don't understand about food, because when do you ever get taught anywhere about food?
Oh, nowhere.
School doesn't teach you it, does it?
No. It's just like even small things like, you know, people think, oh, well, I don't eat meat, so I can't get protein. Yogurt. You know, yogurt, there's protein in so many things like eggs. You know, you don't have to eat meat to get protein. There's so many other things you can have. You know, there's a lot of things in terms of, as well, people think, oh, I'm not hitting my macro goals. Of course, your macros are important for hitting goals because you're getting the right amount of what you need for your goals. But at the end of the day, as long as you're within your calorie deficit, that's the only way you're going to be losing weight. As long as you're not going over, that's fine.
Especially with your workouts as well. You know, if you're eating and not in the gym, it's storing. You know, it's like, you're just gonna. It's all good doing your macros, eating right. If you're not in the gym, you're not gaining anything or losing anything that you want to do for your goal.
No,
you know?
exactly.
I've so obviously, well, what's been talking about when you first come to us, like what was it that really, when you said I'm going to get a PT, like why was it? Was it just Kane was there in the first place, or was it his energy, or what was it? Like, where'd you go to Kane?
I think obviously at first it was just, you know, I just needed somebody to guide me in the right way, and he guided me to you guys. But I think even if I had the option of looking at the other PTs and things, I felt like Envision.
Yeah, buddy.
I think like with Envision, it's more definitely community based, which I like. Obviously, there's PTs that are one-on-one, and that works for people, which it might have worked for me. But I think definitely, you know, when I go to a gym, if Kane's not there, you're there, or April's there, or other people are there, and people within the community who we can talk to. And it makes it so much more uplifting and motivating to go forward.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like I always said, that even at our wellness walks, like you walk past the people in the gym, but when you actually go to our events with either the Envisioners or our community events, and you meet these random people you never met, but then see actually they're like me, they want to become better.
Yeah.
They're looking for guidance, and then you grow a relationship with them, and it's just a nice feeling because you're like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like,
because you see them progressing, it makes you want to progress more, and you both all get excited with it. And even just going to, like, you know, the wellness walks, or, you know, doing the community games and stuff what we do, it's just nice because you get to know them more on a personal level too, and understand that, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people think, oh, they're doing so great, like they look amazing, but you don't see where they come from and why they're actually doing it, and you actually share a lot of similarities with each other without you even realising that you would even explore, because you wouldn't speak to them in the first place.
Yeah, because we're all on our own journey, and everybody who's on the same journey within fitness, with different lives, there's a process for it all.
Yeah.
You know, you've got workouts, nutrition, metrics, and mindset.
It can be so overwhelming as well, you know, when you first walk into it and you see macros and calorie deficit and, you know, progressive overload and all these different terms. It's so overwhelming because you're like, what do I do with my body? What do I do to change that? Some things work for some people and some people don't get on with other things, and that's why, you know, having a PT, having a group of people guide you, it makes you understand things more on a personal level.
Do you prefer it with it being weekly guidance?
Yeah, I think it's just the right balance. I feel like once a month you feel a bit too neglected. I think every day is obviously too suffocating, because you need to be able to grow within yourself as well. You can't have everything. You can't have like someone holding your hand showing you everything to do. You need to learn on your own as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. it's one of those things. It's like having that fine balance, and I think life is about balance. You know, everything with your nutrition, with macro range, with your workouts, seeing how much you can do, knowing when enough's enough. You know,
Yeah.
as much as we all want to get PBs every single week,
It's
having
not
that
feasible.
yeah, it's having that understanding and actually accepting that it's not realistic. You know,
Yeah.
because it's just there's going to be some weeks to go this way. There's going to be some weeks where you're not going to hit PBs because
Yeah.
obviously, well, being a woman, menstrual cycle.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Like, for me personally, I feel stronger when I'm during that time.
hi guys.
I feel stronger when I'm during that time, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hormones or it's a mental thing, but the week before it, I feel really weak and I can't hit what I usually do on like the daily basis. And it's that influx that you can't be knocked down by that, which is nice because obviously within the community there's other females, so like you can relate to it with one another.
Yeah, I completely agree. You know, being a guy, it's like we don't go through that. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have the cramps every month and have to go through all that. And I think that's why women are so much stronger than men, even though men perceive to be stronger
Yeah.
on the outside, but on the inside, they're not. You know, and that's all right. Let's get the dog on there.
Oh no, take it up.
I was going to get him. I'd get a picture of the lower bit on there. Oh, that's nice. Have a good day, guys. That dog was ready to kill it. Give me that
Take
bird!
it down.
Give me that bird! It's not a bird, I promise. It's a £1,000 machine.
Yeah, don't be putting that in your mouth.
Oh, it was literally like just.
It was so close. Oh my god.
Oh,
It's hiding now, it's scared.
Oh no! Quick, this way.
Giving it a fright.
There we go. Got to control it so you don't fly into the bushes. But yeah, I feel like back onto like actually what I was saying that was deep. You know, it's like men do hide that a lot.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, double action. We'll go in the middle, guys. Hello, guys. Yeah, and it's like a lot of men perceive to be stronger
Yeah.
on the outside, but because I feel like because women go through more trauma, you know, month in, month out. Sorry, scroll walk back a little bit. Oh yeah, a little bit further back. Bam. That's perfect. There we go. Start again. Yeah, I personally believe that men do mask it a lot more
Yeah.
when it comes to them hiding how they feel, and then it's just with women they're a lot more open. I think
Yeah.
with people having trauma, different story because that's why you're hiding it.
Yeah.
You know, but when it comes to like just like with men, it's like when you grow up, it's like man up.
You have a certain expectation which shouldn't be there.
And it's horrible because like I was like when I worked in the construction industry and the oil and gas, ruthless.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't speak up and be honest and
No.
tell how you feel because
You can't have
it's not
days off
classed as
because you're
manly.
struggling mentally.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays though, like they actually are really like proper dealing into it a lot more better than what they used to. Like on the wind turbines, different story. People are lovely. Health and safety is so much better.
Yeah.
Like I've been working on oil and gas, and the people that I'm working with were just dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have a Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
They just didn't have a clue what they was doing.
And rather than feeling open to ask for help, they want to try and do it on their own.
Yeah. And when you're working in a industry which is life or death, such as oil and gas,
You don't have time for that.
no, because it's your life on the line, and you're getting minimum wage. And just in the end, I thought this is not what I want to do.
No.
You know, and it's like with fitness for me and my own journey, it was like 2 years ago, living in a one-bedroom apartment with my ex-partner at the time. The relationship was just failing, and basically, she slept with someone else. We split up. She left the flat with me, and then I had all the bills, and I was just surviving anyway with us together, you know, doing it together. But obviously, with what's happened, I just said, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. I couldn't afford gas or electric. I was actually getting like tokens from the electric company to give me a free electric for the month.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. Like when I breathe, You could see my breath.
Yeah, because it was that cold.
Yeah. And it got to a point where I thought, this is hard. It's so hard. But I didn't give up. And I had my landscape company at the time. I'm also working on the side in new builds, doing finishing. I didn't let it stop me. Because you either give up and there's nothing else to come back from, or find a way.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where my car broke down. I'm struggling to pay my rent. I'm nearly getting kicked out of my flat because of the late payments.
Yeah.
I was biking 9 miles to this job and back. I was doing landscaping on a bike. I felt so unprofessional.
Yeah.
But my vehicle's broke. What can you do?
Yeah. You got to try and make it work.
Yeah. And in the end, it was like a miracle happened, because I did this job, finished it all, building pergolas, deckings, painting it all. Really did a really good job. And in the end, I had to the penny enough to buy my van, buy my insurance, and drive it home. To the penny.
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing left. But I was happy because now I've got my vehicle back and I can start to progress more better.
Yeah. You invested in your future.
Yeah.